Hi Aquarius, this is your horoscope for April 2017. Thank you for joining me. Now, from the 3rd of April to the 22nd of April, you've got the Sun in Aries and you've got Uranus in Aries, and both of those are in your third house of communication. The Sun is your identity, it's what strengthens you, it's what makes you feel powerful and alive. And in Aries, it's all about pushing through obstacles and moving ahead. Uranus is about eccentricity and being different. And again, in Uranus, it values being different and it wants to do things in its own unique way. So all of that energy is really focused on your third house of communication. You're really going to have a point that you will want to get across. So this is excellent for anyone who is in the public eye, anyone who's doing public speaking or preaching or writing or doing conventions or anything where you have to be in the spotlight and be seen by other people. You're really going to be supported by this. And the Sun and Uranus are opposed by Jupiter on the other side of the chart, and Jupiter is the good luck planet and it's in Libra in the 9th house. So particularly educators are going to be supported by this energy. And if you're someone who does have something to say, but you haven't found the right format yet, or you haven't expressed yourself just yet, try it here in April. It really supports you so much. And if you've been blocked in the past, or if you felt blocked or something is keeping you from expressing yourself, then try again, because it's very likely that you'll be able to break through that block. On the 5th of April through until the 25th of August, we've got the outer planet Saturn going into retrograde. Now Saturn is the planet which is kind of like the head teacher of the chart. It makes you look at your life and it forces you to examine it and whether you're doing what you ought to be doing, whether you're doing something which is really compatible with who you are. When it's in retrograde, it allows you to review the decisions that you've already made, and it allows you to review the structures that are in your life as a result of those decisions. But it allows you to do that in a very gentle way, because Saturn, there's a thing called Saturn return, which happens 3 times in life, between the ages of 28 and 29 and a half, 56 to 58, and 84 to 86. And that is really when Saturn is really powerful, and it says, look at your life, and if it's not right, then it can be very uncomfortable. But this period that we're moving into is a gentle review of what you're doing with your life, in your life. And if you ask yourself the question, where do I see myself in a year from now, or in 5 years from now, in whatever area of life, because it's in the 11th, so whether that is in work or with finance or love, romance, health, whatever situation, just ask yourself, where do I see myself going? And Saturn will help you pave the way to move forward and to get to where you want to go. On the 9th of April, Mercury, the planet of communication, goes into retrograde, and it stays in retrograde until the 3rd of May. Now, Mercury is the communication planet, and when it goes retrograde, communication and the exchange of information becomes more difficult and more stifled. It's in your 4th house of family, so watch out for this, because there is now potential for misunderstandings to arise in your family life. On the 11th of April, we have the full moon in Libra, and that is at the very top of your chart in the 9th house. And this is really a completion point for the moon. Whenever the moon is full, it really showers us with its energy. And if you have been doing writing or speaking or any of this public work that I was talking about earlier, the 11th is the ideal date to book the event or to do the thing that you have to present. The moon is going to support you even more. It's an extra blessing. If you don't do it on the 11th, if you do it on the 5th, or if you do it on the 20th, you will still do exceptionally well. But the full moon just adds that extra element of creating magic. It's an opportunity to really have that moment of really expressing yourself in a way that you never thought you could. On the 15th of April, Venus goes direct, thank goodness, because Venus is the planet of love and beauty and romance, and that has been in retrograde since the 4th of March, and it goes direct now on the 15th of April. So love for people, for activities, for the self, all of that becomes more balanced and restored. A lot of people have really struggled with the way they felt about themselves, or even love for planet Earth. A lot of people have been in a dark place while Venus has been a retrograde, because Venus really does rule love and what we feel affection for. So it's really a very positive thing that this goes direct now on the 15th, and the way we interact starts to return to normal a little bit. On the 20th of April, got another retrograde. Retrogrades everywhere. So this is the most outer planet. This is Pluto going retrograde from the 20th of April until the 28th of September. And Pluto is transformation. It's death and rebirth. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So you can also think of it, in this case, in retrograde, as the hermit in the tarot. He shines the light of truth onto the inner self, and it gives inner illumination. It provides that enlightenment, that aha moment, okay? And in your case, Pluto is in the 12th house of spirituality. So this is a huge opportunity for you to really understand what spiritual practice works for you, how to connect with the universe, with your higher self. If you feel disconnected and lost, this Pluto retrograde will show you ways, and it will help the penny drop internally so that you're able to do these things, that you're able to reach out to something bigger and to get all the benefits of having that connection. I mean, I could go on and on about that, because I think that is the most important thing any of us can strive for, to have a connection with something greater than ourselves, because that's where everything comes from. That's where love comes from. That's where your life working comes from, blessings, miracles, everything. So the fact that you have an opportunity to really connect for the first time here is really magical. And it's important for you to maybe do a bit of research in terms of what works for you. Maybe go to a meditation group, or a Quakers meeting, or a religion. Or if you feel like there's something, if you don't feel like there's a presence, like you don't have a relationship with a power greater than yourself, then it's vital and important to do some work, and you'll have a good outcome with this retrograde. On the 26th of April, we've got the new moon. That's in Taurus, and that's in your 4th house. So that grounds things again when it comes to your family life, and it makes things more easy and stable and less difficult and less kind of full of conflict and misunderstanding. Despite Mercury still being in retrograde, this new moon kind of balances that out a little bit. So that's what I get for you in April. If you would like a private reading with me based on your personal birth chart, which I can draw up using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you next month.